Hello everyone. Welcome to Everyday Prelims series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy. So today in this video, let us discuss the topics of 25th of September 2025. First, we are going to discuss about the National Geoscience Awards and then about the Chief of the Defence Staff CDS and then about the India-Australia Organic Products MRA, which means Mutual Recognition Arrangement. And finally, Egypt African country mapping. So coming to our first topic, that is the National Geoscience Awards. So why we are discussing now means the President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, will present this National Geoscience Awards for the year 2024 on 26th of September 2025 at the Rashtrapati Bhavan Cultural Center, New Delhi. So let's learn about this National Geoscience Awards. So these awards, which were first instituted in the year 1966 under the National Mineral Awards scheme. And these are the country's oldest and the most prestigious honors. And in the year 2009, the National Mineral Awards were changed to the National Geoscience Awards. So with the name itself, we can tell that geoscience means it will come under the Ministry of the Mines. So what is the objective of giving these awards? That is to honor the individuals and as well as the teams. Remember, individuals, it will award the individuals as well as the teams for their extraordinary achievements or contributions in the field of the mineral discovery and the exploration, fundamental or the applied geosciences, mining and the allied areas. And these awards are given in the four broad disciplines in the field of the geoscience. Geoscience means the study of the earth, right? In the field of the mineralogy or the geoscience. The first is the mineral discovery and the exploration. The discovery of the minerals and also the exploration. And the next is the mining technology, the mineral beneficiation and the sustainable mineral development. And the next is the basic geosciences as well as the applied geosciences. So in these four categories, in these four disciplines, whoever is contributed their service, they will be eligible to get this award. And this National Geoscience Awards are being categorized into three types. Those are the National Geoscience Award for the lifetime achievement. And every year, this award will be given to the one person. The next is the National Geoscience Award. Under this will be given to the individual or the teams. So every year, the National Geoscience Awards, the number of National Geoscience Awards are the 10. The next is the National Young Geoscientist Award, that is 1. So total 12 National Geoscience Awards will be given every year. Now let's come to the eligibility criteria for getting or nominating for this National Geoscience Awards. See, first is that he or she should be the citizen of India. That is sure for everyone. And that citizen should be a professionally qualified geoscientist, engineer, technologist, or academician. He can also be the academician also. And see, out of three categories of this National Geoscience Awards, two categories, that is the National Geoscience Award and the National Young Scientist Awards. So, to give these two categories of awards, those persons must contribute to the particular field in the last 10 years. They must contribute their service in the past 10 years. And this criteria of 10 years do not apply to the National Geoscience Award for the lifetime achievement. And the award for the lifetime achievement and the Young Geoscientist Award shall be given to individuals only, but not the teams. So we have the three categories, right? National Geoscience Award, National Young Geoscientist Award, and the award for the lifetime achievement. So out of these three categories, the National Geoscience Award. The National Geoscience Award will only eligible to give with respect to the teams, the team performance. And other two are only being given to the individuals only. And see, the Young Geoscientist Award. So to get this Young Geoscientist Award, that person must be below the 35 years of age. And we discussed that National Geoscience Award will be given to the teams also. So the team nomination. So in that team nomination, the maximum of 4 members only should be there. And the number of team awards cannot exceed 5. So we saw that the National Geoscience Awards, the number is 10, right? So out of this 10, 5 will be given to the individual and 5 will be given to the team awards. It should not exceed 5 and each team should contain 4 members. Then only they are eligible to get this award. And see, a person who has been awarded once in a field would not be considered for an award for the second time in that particular field. But however, the person can apply in other fields. See, we have the 4 disciplines, right? So in that, if the person has got the award in that particular field and he is not eligible to get the award in that particular field, but he can opt for another field. And an awardee of this award for lifetime achievement cannot apply for any award. If the person has got this award for lifetime achievement, he should not be eligible to opt for any other awards under these 3 categories. And next, the certification from the institution worked is desirable but not mandatory. So the self-nominations are accepted. So in order to nominate, the certification from the institution worked, institution or the organization where he or she has contributed his service to the field of the geoscience is desirable but not mandatory. The nominations are accepted either the individual or the team wise also. And now the selection. Coming to the selection of this National Geoscience Awards, it has the 3-stage process. So first is the sectional scrutiny committees. So the individuals will nominate themselves or the teams, and from those nominations, the sectional scrutiny committee will verify and it will send or recommend these names to the screening committee of the experts. And this will again do the verification and the checking, and this will finally send it to the award making authority. Award making authority is the final decision to recommend the names, and they will send those names to the Ministry of the Mines and they will be awarded by the President of India. And here, this award for Lifetime Achievement Award and the Young Geoscientist Award can be recommended directly by the screening committee of the experts without going through the sectional scrutiny committees. See, the screening committee of experts can have the discretion to recommend a different name which does not contain the name in the sectional scrutiny committee. So, this award for the lifetime achievement and the Young Geoscientist Award can be directly recommended by the screening committee of experts, and then next will be sent to this award making authority. So this is the National Geoscience Awards, which will be presented on the 26th of September 2025. And for this year, 2024 year, now we are giving this 2024 awards. We have received the 208 nominations, and out of 12 awards have been selected and will be presented at this New Delhi Rashtrapati Cultural Bhavan Center. And now coming to our second topic, that is the Chief of the Defence Staff. So the appointment committee of the cabinet has approved the extension of the tenure of the chief of the defense staff, that is the General Anil Chauhan. So he will be in the office up to 30th May 2026 until further orders. So let's see about this chief of the defense staff. So the idea to have this chief of the defense staff had been recommended by the Kargil Review Committee in 1999, then after the Naresh Chandra Task Force and the Shekhatkar Committee. And based on these recommendations, the government of India has approved to have this chief of defense staff in the year 2019. So what is the objective of having this special position as the chief of the defense staff in the defense sector? That is to bring the jointness in operations, logistic, training and procurement of the 3 services. See, in the Indian Armed Forces, we have 3 services, right? Army, Navy and the Air Force. So in order to have an integration between all these, there should be one integrated authority. So in order to have a jointness in operations, logistics, training and everything, so we should have a chief of the defense staff which will include or which will look into the integral aspect of all these three services, tri-services of the Indian Armed Forces. So what are the functions of the CDS? See, he will act as the Secretary of the Department of Military Affairs. So with the approval of the Chief of Defence Staff in 2019 only, then in 2020, along with this Chief of Defence Staff, the government also established this Department of Military Affairs to bring the integration efforts. So this Chief of the Defence Staff will act as the Secretary to the Department of Military Affairs, and he is also the Principal Military Advisor for whom he advises the Defence Minister on all tri-service matters, and is the permanent chairman of the Chief of the Staff Committee. So this Chief of the Staff Committee coordinates among the Army, Navy, Air Force chiefs, the chiefs personnel. And next is the integration and the jointness. The Chief of the Defence Staff will oversee the synergy in training of the armed forces, all the three services. And next, the logistic enhancement and the logistic procurement. The next, the communication between all these tri-services. And he also performs the operational roles, that is the commands the tri-services agencies, that is the Defense Cyber Agency, Defense Space Agency, and the Armed Forces Special Operations Division also. He also acts as the advisor to the Nuclear Command Authority, which deals with the nuclear activities. And he also has the parliamentary accountability as the Secretary of the Department of Military Affairs. He need to be answerable to the Parliament in terms of this procurement and all these aspects. So these are the roles and functions of the Chief of the Defence Staff. So now let's see about the appointments, tenure and the rank. So for any person to be eligible to become for the CDS, he must be among the three service chiefs who have completed their 3-year mandate. 3-year mandate role and or attain the age of the 62 years. The person to become this chief of the defense staff must have completed the 3 years as the chief of any of these three services, chief of the army, chief of the naval forces or the chief of the air forces. Or he should have attained the age of the 62 years. And maximum age limit is 65 years. The chief of the defense staff can be in the office up to attaining the age of the 65 years. And who will appoint this authority? See, the Ministry of the Defense will recommend the name, will initiate the proceedings. Then final authority of appointment is the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet. But he has no fixed tenure. The service conditions and the tenure continued as per the government orders. He has no fixed tenures like the Chief of Defense Staff should be 3 years, 5 years or like that. No, he has no fixed tenure. He or she can be in the office for attaining the age of up to 65 years. And next, coming to the rank and the order. So he is the 4-star general rank equivalent. CDS is the 4-star. Remember, 4 stars. And in the Indian order of the president, he is ranked in the 12th rank. And he has the equivalent status with the Chief of the Army Staff, Chief of the Naval Staff, and the Chief of the Air Staff. So as he comes from among these three only, he does not have any upper authority. He has the equivalent status with the Chief of the Army Staff, Chief of the Naval Staff, and Chief of the Air Staff. So CDS, Chief of the Defense Services, he integrates only, but he does not command and he does not have any higher authority over these three staffs. So this is about the Chief of the Defense Staff. And now coming to a third topic, that is the India-Australia Organic Products Mutual Recognition Arrangement. So this was signed on 24th of September 2025 between India and the Australia regarding the organic products. So let's see about this mutual recognition arrangement. So the name itself tells us that mutual recognition, right? So it is an arrangement to mutually recognize each other's potential or each other's potential in any other thing. But in this, with respect to this particular agreement, that is the India-Australia agreement or arrangement with respect to the organic products. So in this organic products, India and the Australia will mutually recognize each other's organic standards and the certification systems for certain categories of the organic products. They will each other recognize and acknowledge, yes, I am India, I will acknowledge your standards and the certification production of the Australia. And I am Australia, I will acknowledge and recognize your India's organic product certification and standards. So this is the mutual recognition arrangement. And this mutual recognition arrangement between India and Australia fulfills a commitment under the India-Australia Economic Cooperation and the Trade Agreement, which is on the papers. And this will reflect the growing trust in the regulatory frameworks between the two nations. Yes, right? We are recognizing and acknowledging each other's standards. So this will reflect the trust in the both nations' regulatory framework, the certification standards as well as the organic standards. And coming to the objectives of this mutual recognition arrangement, that is to mutually recognize each other's standards and the certification system. This is the first point. And with this recognition, they can reduce the non-tariff barriers and simplify the compliance procedures, right? So we already recognize this. So there is no complex procedures between us. And it will boost the trade in the organic products by eliminating the duplicate certifications. So both the nations will recognize they have access to both the certifications of these organic products. So that's how they can reduce or eliminate the duplicate certifications of these organic products, which is a very huge issue now rising up, the duplicate certifications for these organic products. Now, scope and the coverage, this mutual recognition arrangement will include or will cover the unprocessed plant products with exclusion. By excluding the seaweeds, aquatic plants, and the greenhouse crops are not included in this mutual recognition arrangement. And the next, the processed foods of the plant origin, which contains one or more the organic ingredients. One or more organic ingredients, and also the certified organic inputs from the third countries, provided they meet the domestic rules and are processed in the India or Australia. And next is the wine. So the three types of organic products are covered under this mutual recognition arrangement. What are those? That is the unprocessed plant products. In this unprocessed, it does not include this seaweed, aquatic plants, and the greenhouse crops. Remember this. The next is the processed foods of the plant origin. These are the processed. Means some kind of organic ingredients are added or some processing is done. So in that, one or more organic ingredients are included, and also certified organic inputs from other than the India and Australia are also can be included. But those inputs will meet the domestic rules in India and the Australia. And also next is the wine. And coming to the implementing agencies from India side, APIDA of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, that is the Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority, will implement this mutual recognition arrangement. And next is the from Australia Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and the Forestry. So these two agencies from India and Australia will look into the implementation of this mutual recognition arrangement between India and Australia, so that they will boost the trade between the India and Australia in terms of the organic products, which will be beneficial for both countries' organic farmers. And also it will help in enhancing the nutrition quality and also the environmental conservation. So coming to a final topic, that is the Egypt. So here you can look at Egypt on its Northeast Africa. Its capital is Cairo, as we all know. Its capital is Cairo and the largest city is Cairo. And Alexandria is the second largest city of Egypt. And this Egypt connects Africa with the Middle East, with the Sinai Peninsula act as a bridge between the Africa to the Asia. Coming to its borders, you can see here Libya on its west, Sudan on its south, and the next Israel on the Gaza on its east. Next, the Mediterranean Sea here, Red Sea, and Gulf of Suez, and the Gulf of Aden. Coming to the river, the Nile River is the lifeline of this Egypt, and Egypt is the second largest economy in Africa. So what is the first largest economy in Africa? That is the South Africa. South Africa is the first largest economy in Africa. It is an Islamic country. Its official religion is Islamic and its official language is Arabic. And Egypt is the founding member of the United Nations, Non-Aligned Movement, African Union, Organization of the Islamic Cooperation, as well as the Arab League. And it is also a member of the BRICS grouping. So this PDF you can download from our Telegram channel, Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy, for which the link has been provided in the description. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.